For every one player that enjoys 2K23, it seems like there's two players who are completely frustrated with the game. Is that a legitimate statement? Y'all sound off in the comment section. 2K23 has highs and lows, and what? We're not supposed to speak about that? You know what I hear often, and it really bothers me per se, because I find myself to be a gamer first. The reason why 2K is the way it is because of content creators. Man, if you don't get up out my face with that nonsense. Imagine the machine that is 2K, the money-making machine that is 2K being influenced by content creators. Y'all special kind of dense. When it comes to big businesses like 2K, trust and believe their only goal is to make more money. It seems like there's a lot of naive folks playing 2K, and I understand you're not invested into the back end stuff that's going on with 2K. I get that. You just want to get on a video game. And I used to have that same mindset until I became a content creator and started digging a little deeper into why gameplay changes on 2K games. Let's talk about the highs and the lows for 2K23. When 2K23 first dropped, I had every expectation that there was going to be this huge learning curve, and that learning curve was going to extend my gameplay for the complete annual cycle for 2K23. I had every ambition and every anticipation in trying a ton of new builds and getting out there and learning different things with the new mechanics that were incorporated for 2K23. That was my mindset as a content creator and 2K gamer playing 2K23. But can we deny the facts as to why 2K is low right now? When it's high, it's high. When it's low, it's low. One of two things happened with 2K23. Either they weren't prepared for folks that maxed out their builds and the gameplay that comes with a maxed out build. Maybe there was something wrong with the coding that revealed the problems that we currently experience on the game. Or 2K purposely peeled back the layers that made 2K23 great, and the 2K player base got stuck with the current state of 2K23. Was it done intentionally? Was it unintentional? That's still up for debate. We don't have enough evidence to prove that it was done intentionally. So content creators like myself start diving deeper to help fill you guys in on why you may be experiencing the gameplay that you got currently on 2K23. It's not to whine and complain. These are theories developed from a gamer who has been on 2K since the very first 2K ever existed. A gamer who used to never ever have to worry about complaining whenever a 2K dropped. You knew you had at least a year of fun with the homies. I understand why you guys may see it as whining or complaining. I get it. But in regards to this platform here, we speak about what's going on currently in the game. What's the temperature for the 2K community? Am I mistaken in saying that the temperature check, the consensus for the 2K community, the good majority of the folks that play 2K are unhappy with their experience? For every one player that enjoys 2K23, it seems like there's two players who are completely frustrated with the game. Is that a legitimate statement? Y'all sound off in the comment section. The main reason why it's frustrating to me is because I played those years where 2K was great. And how is it that we get more advanced systems to play on? Developers have more capacity to create greatness, more experience developing the game, which should lead to more innovation. But I just feel like it doesn't. And maybe we're in the process. Maybe we're just in the process of 2K finding their greatness. And what I'm proposing is that 2K was already great. We don't necessarily need a rinse and repeat. There's so many other layers involved with 2K outside of just the sport of basketball. At the heights of 2K, the gameplay mechanics were almost flawless. Although we could pinpoint as a community, say we didn't like that, we didn't like this, and I think that's why 2K continued to make changes. I know a lot of us 2K players didn't expect 2K developers to collapse the foundation of what made 2K games great. And it just seems like with each iteration or release of 2K, they keep chipping away at that foundation. Some players may call it 2K fatigue, but when the consensus from the 2K community is that they're not really enjoying 2K23, then there is a legitimate argument to say that 2K did not put forth their best effort with 2K23, and that's what us consumers need to expect from 2K. every iteration, every single release needs to be their best effort. Can y'all honestly tell me that the 2K dev team put forth their best effort with 2K23? Keep it a buck, keep it real. If you feel that this was honestly the best effort put forth for 2K23, do two things. Sound off in the comment section with your thoughts, but also tell me what year you started playing 2K. Because it's my theory that if you had experience playing 2K16, 2K17, 2K19, 2K20, and if you had enough experience playing the game where you maybe hit legend, and us veterans of the game knew what it took to hit legend on previous versions of 2K, you damn near had to give your life over to 2K for that annual cycle. If you guys have that type of experience playing 2K and you feel 2K23 is one of the best installments released, and it definitely was the 2K development team's best effort, sound off in the comment section, but sound off cautiously because you're gonna have a lot of heat on your head. I'm personally a creator that stays connected with other gamers. I'm not out here by myself gaming. We are in a huge gaming community playing with a ton of different players that help me in providing feedback on their experience playing the game. And that's one of the most disappointing aspects of my experience with 2K23. In previous versions of 2K, our goals for the day were to challenge competitors. 2K17, where they had those park badges and the streak breakers, and every time we saw a streak, we wanted to always clean out the park. We were the last man standing. That was like our thought process going into the park back then. Our main thought process was challenging competitors, not challenging 2K. And it just seems like most folks now, when they get on 2K, we're challenging the mechanics. We're up against the goofy catch animations, the out of bounds calls, the 24 pump fakes in the paint, the 150 different shot timings in different areas on the court, the error codes, the lag outs, the kick from rec, the animation recess, your dunking animations not activating. It seems like our experience when we get on the game is challenge 2K first, and after you beat 2K, then you can go against the competitors. It just doesn't feel like we can get on secure in our players' ability to perform how we want them to perform, considering the attributes on our player, the badges on our player, and the skill that we invested into developing. In the beginning of the year, very rarely it was ever the case where we were saying, come on 2K. We were able to easily take accountability for performing the wrong moves playing the game, because there was a clear distinction of what was right and what was wrong when you were playing 2K23 in the beginning of the year. In 2K23's current state, there is no clear distinction on what's right and what's wrong. Some people could pump fake for 24 times in the paint. Some folks could only pump fake 3 times in the paint, and they'll receive that 3-second call. Like in the beginning of the year, it was either green or miss. Red contests almost never went in. There wasn't a concern for it. That clear distinction said if you got a red contest, the ball is not going in the basket. For that matter, yellow contests weren't even going in. For that matter, you couldn't even shoot a white in the beginning of the year, helping the 2K community to easily learn shot selection. Clear distinctions that say right, wrong. After gameplay updates that completely changed the dynamics on 2K23, that clear distinction, that line that separates right or wrong, has completely been washed away, or at the very least blurred the line for what's considered right or wrong on 2K23. We're talking about highs and lows, and right now, in my opinion, 2K23 just seems to be on a low. Can they flip that around? Do they care to flip that around? That's still yet to be determined, but in my opinion, it's highly unlikely. Folks in the community saying that it's the creators' fault for making build videos. So players in the community go out and make these builds. So you blame the creators instead of the people who actually coded those builds into the game. Makes no sense. If the development team dug a little deeper before releasing the game, maybe we wouldn't have builds in the game that exploit the gameplay mechanics. Don't blame the messenger, y'all. I personally feel like we need to pull back on the amount of grace that we offer the 2K development team, especially when you're spending so much money, 1, just to get your hands in the game, 2, just to compete in the game. Maybe I would have a different opinion if 2K's aggressive approach toward microtransaction wasn't as transparent. Maybe I would have a different opinion if 2K was able to keep their integrity intact throughout all these years. My personal opinion is my own, and I'm entitled to it. It is never my intention as a creator to influence gamers out there or encourage gamers to help ruin the game. My sole intention on this platform as a 2K creator is to help players learn more about the game. 1, update folks on the news. 2, and put forth my own little effort in helping to enhance or increase the experience playing 2K23 and every other iteration that's going to be released in the future. For them folks that want to blame creators out there, don't think that there's a one-on-one debate. Your thoughts and opinions don't go past the production of this video. I feel confident and secure in what we deliver here on this platform. I'm always optimistic, although I may seem pessimistic in how I passionately express my frustrations with the game. But man, I tell you, I am always hopeful, always have my fingers crossed that 2K will just make things better. And if 2K does indeed flip everything around and make the game absolutely amazing, that's exactly the content that we would be talking about here on the channel. 2K is great again. 2K is amazing. That's exactly what was happening when the experience was awesome in the beginning of the year for 2K23. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K23 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.